Hello, in this lesson, can we apply the quadratic formula to solve quadratic equations? So, the formula is given by x is equals to negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a, where negative b, or the b itself, is the coefficient of x, then a is the coefficient of x squared, and then of course c is the c here in this equation. So the first step when you want to apply this formula, the first step is to write your equation in this format. So for example, let's say we have a question like this one: x squared minus 7x plus 10 is equals to 0. Then you are taught to use the quadratic formula to solve it. This is how we go about it. First step is to find if this equation is written in this format, where a is the coefficient of x squared, and of course the coefficient of x squared here is 1, so x squared is okay there. Then we have plus bx, where b is the coefficient of x, and of course in our case it is 7, negative 7. Then we have the x itself, then plus c, and in our case c is 10. So we can write those values first. We say here is equals to 1 because the coefficient of x squared is 1. Then b is equals to negative 7 because the coefficient of x is negative 7. And then c is equals to 10 because here c is 10. Then from there, we can apply the formula direct. And the formula is given by minus b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. And what we are doing in all this, we are trying to find the value of x, like that. So we have all the values. We have the b's, we have the a, we have the c. So we can just replace them direct here. So you see, we have minus b, and we know our b is negative 7. So you see this negative 7 multiplied by this negative b, now it will be positive 7. Then plus minus the square root of b squared, but now we know b is negative 7, so I can say negative 7, and now squared, then minus 4 into, we know a is 1, then again into c, and we know c is 10, like that. Then all of this divided by 2 multiplied by a, which is 1. From there we can expand and say 7 plus minus the square root of negative 7 squared is 49. Then minus negative 4 multiplied by 1 is still negative 4 multiplied by 10 is negative 40, like that. Then divided by 2 multiplied by 1, which is 2. So from there we have 7 plus minus 49 minus 40 is 9. So we have the square root of 9 divided by 2, like that. Then from there x becomes 7 plus minus square root of 9 is 3. Then divided by 2. So from there we take, you see here we have plus minus, so it means we have two scenarios of 3, where 3 is positive and where 3 is negative. So we can take the first instance where 3 is positive, and we say x is equals to 7 plus 3 divided by 2. So it becomes 7 plus 3 is 10 divided by 2, which is 5. And that becomes the first solution for x in this question. And then the second one, we can say where 3 is negative, and it becomes x is equals to 7 minus 3 divided by 2, which becomes 7 minus 3 is 4 divided by 2 is 2, and that becomes the second solution for this question. Can we try this another example? You can try this question 2, then I'll solve question 3. X squared minus 4x plus 4 is equals to 0. So let me copy the equation first. So as usual, we said the first step is to find the value of b, a, b, and c. And from here, here is the coefficient of x squared, which in our case, it will be 1. So a is equals to 1. Then b is the coefficient of x, which in our case now it will be negative 4. So b is equals to negative 4. And then c is this one, 4 here. Then from there, we can apply the formula direct, which is given by x is equals to minus b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac, all of it divided by 2a, like that. And we have all the values, so we only need to replace them here. So the first thing is negative b, but here b has negative 4, so negative 4, yeah, and this negative, it will be positive 4, then plus minus the square root of b squared, but we already know b is negative 4, then squared, then minus 4ac, but we already know that 4 into a is 1, then c is also 4, like that. And we divide the whole of this with 2a, but we already know a is 1, like that. So from there, I can say this 4 plus minus the square root of negative 4 squared is 16, because if you square negative, it will be positive. So negative 4 squared is 16, then the negative itself squared is positive. So that's why it is 16 minus 4 multiplied by 1 is 4, then again multiplied by 4 again is 16. So minus 16, then the whole of this divided by 2, which now becomes 4 plus minus the square root of 16 minus 16, minus 16 is 0. So it is the square root of 0, then divided by 2, like that. So in this case, then we have 4 plus minus the square root of 0, of course, is 0, all over 2. So now x becomes is equals to 4 plus minus 0 over 2. But now in this case, 0, whether it is positive or negative, it will remain to be 0. So it only remains to be x is equals to 4 divided by 2, which is 2. And in this case, our equation has only one solution for x. It doesn't have two solutions. Well, let me try question 6, where the coefficient of x squared is not 1, and then you'll try question 4 and 5, because the logic of 6 is the same as that of 5 and 4. So we are given 4x squared minus 12x plus 5 is equal to 0. Then we are told to use the quadratic formula to solve the equation. As usual, the first step is to find the coefficient of x squared, which gives us a, of course, now our a is 4 here. Then we got the coefficient of x, which is b, and our b is negative 12 here. And then we got our c, which is 5. From there, we have all the values, so we can apply them in the formula. So the formula, as usual, is x is equals to minus b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. But we have all the values. So since I have b is negative 12, so multiplied by this b here, it will be positive 12, so that we cancel that negative, then plus minus the square root of b squared, but we already know b is negative 12, then squared minus 4 into a. We already know A is 4, then C is 5, like that. Then all of these divided by 2 multiplied by A, but we already know A is 4. So from there, I can say is 12 plus minus the square root of negative 12 squared is 144. Then minus 4 by 4 is 16. Then 16 by 5 is 8. Then divided by 2 by 4, which is 8. 2 multiplied by 4. So it becomes 12 plus minus 144 minus which is 64, then divided by this 8 here. So now it becomes, sorry, I forgot to put the square root there. So it becomes 12 plus minus square root of 64 is 8, then divided by 8. Like that. So the first instance of cos of x would be where 8 is positive. So it will be 12 plus 8, and now divided by 8, it will be 12 plus 8 is 20 divided by 8. I can divide this one by 4, which is 5, and then I can divide this one by 4, which is 2. So it becomes 5 over 2, which I can also write as 2.5, because 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. Then the second instance of x is where we have the 8 as negative, and then it becomes 12 minus 8 divided by 8, which now becomes 12 minus 8 is 4 divided by 8, which now I can divide both sides by 4, which becomes 1 over 2, or half. Half is 0.5, like that. And that becomes the two solutions for that question. So you can try the remaining questions. You see, if you understand the logic for question 4 and question 5. If you don't, you can ask me any question. You can give me any question to solve in the comment section. And bye for now. Let us meet in the next lesson.